Can a first-person shooter be turned into a Eurogame? Let's find out this week at Games Unlimited. Every so often we get the question, what is one of the most underrated games in the store? What's a game that is really cool, but very few people seem to know about? And one of our go-tos is Adrenaline. This game's been out for a few years now. We absolutely adore it because it has taken the video game genre of first-person shooters and turned it into basically a Eurogame. The way we like to describe it is that it's an area control title, except that the areas you're trying to control run around and shoot back at you. Let's take a look at it. So the game comes with 4 double-sided half boards so you can mix and match to make an arena of your choice. And then you're going to pick up a character and you're going to spawn at one of the spawn points and run around the map shooting the other players. Now, this isn't necessarily a game about, big conflict, trying to kill the other players, getting points for killing the other players. I mentioned it's like an area control game. So what actually happens is when a player is killed, when they have enough points of damage on them, well, each of the damage points is actually the player color of the person who did that damage. So you're going to get some bonus points if you do the kill shot. You're also going to get bonus points if you did the first points of damage on that person. But then it's area control. Whoever has the most damage on that player is going to get the most points for them. Second most gets a little bit less points, and so on. Plus, really ingenious move, the game discourages constantly piling up on one player because when that character respawns, they're going to be worth less points. So the first time the person dies, they're going to be worth 8 points for the person who did the most damage. The second time, they're only worth 6 points and then 4 points. So it encourages you to spread the love, as it were, spread out the damage that you're doing amongst all the other players. Now, the real highlight of the game is all the different weapons. There's this deck of cards that shows you, that has weapons of 3 different types, 3 different colors of weapons that tend to focus on a different type of ammo. So in addition to being an area control game, this is also a resource management game because you can only fire each gun once. When you pick up the gun, it comes preloaded with some of the ammo, or you have to have ammo to pick it up. And then when you use that weapon, you put it in front of you, and you can't use it again unless you have the resources to reload that weapon. And the weapons come in so many different varieties. I mean, there's your straightforward, do damage to someone in your line of sight. But most weapons also have additional bonuses if you want to pay some extra ammo. So maybe this weapon does like 1 damage to a person in your line of sight, but if you pay an additional ammo, it's more like a machine gun, and you can damage 3 different people in your line of sight. There are lightning guns that will damage someone in your line of sight and then chain off of that, damaging someone that's in their line of sight, and then that third person damages someone in their line of sight. So a lot of the game is setting up a really cool combo. You're trying to get in the right position on the battlefield, have your opponents in the right position on the battlefield, set them up so that you can do the most damage. Again, because you're going to get points if you've done the most damage when a person gets knocked out, or if you've done the first point of damage, or if you've done the killing blow. What I love about it is that dying in this game doesn't really feel like a hindrance. The more damage you take, the more, not special abilities you get, but you'll be able to do your actions better because you're more damaged. But of course, once you get killed, you're going to respawn and you're going to lose all those special abilities. So it's not necessarily a game about trying to stay alive. It's a game about trying to do the most damage before you get taken out and respawn. We absolutely love this game. It's been out for several years now, but it's one of those games that a lot of people don't seem to know about. A lot of people don't seem to want to try it because it is this interesting melding. It looks like a frenetic attack each other, kill, kill, kill type of game, but it plays like a really strategic Euro game. We've got this one out on our gaming table downstairs. We want you to come and check it out. We think if you take a look at this game and really see what it's all about, you can't help but fall in love with it. That's Adrenaline. I'm Kylie at Games Unlimited. Come on down, take a look at it, take a copy home, and unbox some fun.